Hi, it's Mike from 18 Reasons. I'm here today to share with you a couple of quick and easy freezer hacks. I love the freezer of my refrigerator. I use it for a lot of things. Um, in the summertime, we keep our gin in the freezer because gin and tonics is a drink around our house on the deck, and it's nice to have the gin already cold. But I think even more fun than that are some unusual things I use the freezer for. So the first of those is ginger. Ginger in a recipe, typically a recipe will call for some number of inches of ginger, like a half-inch knob. The problem is they don't sell this piece of ginger at the store. They sell a hand, which is a large rhizome or root. I keep my ginger in the freezer. When I need it, I get a microplane grater and I just grate it. It comes right through the grater, already ground and minced, fully potent, beautiful, and as soon as I have enough, I take this little knob of ginger, I throw it back in the freezer. It keeps indefinitely. It never goes bad. It's always fresh in the recipe. And I haven't bought ginger in a couple years because I keep a hand in the freezer. Another thing that happens is in pastry making, typically you want to, when you're making a short crust, to mince up or mix in butter and flour together. And the idea is to get little particles of butter completely surrounded by the flour. And there are pastry cutters that do that, and some people use a couple of knives to do that with. The most common method is to get your fingers in there and crumble the butter into the flour. The idea is that you want little pieces of butter totally surrounded by flour. The problem for me is I have really hot hands, and when I start working with the butter in the flour, I tend to melt the butter before I get it evenly distributed. For that reason, I keep a 4-ounce stick of butter in the freezer. This is ready to go. When I wake up in the morning and I want to make a biscuit, box grater, frozen butter, and I get all these beautiful little pieces of butter that I can just mix into my flour and evenly distribute, ready to go. Last but not least, I think especially in this season, one of my favorite cheeses is a soft, like Laura Chanel goat's cheese. I love the flavor with the spring vegetables. It's a really wonderful thing to use, but it's a little inconvenient. Soft goat cheese is sticky and it doesn't go where I want it to go, and it's hard to present well. I keep a little knob in the freezer, that same box grater trick, over the top of a beet risotto or the top of a fresh green salad. There you go, evenly distributed goat cheese. These pieces are fine enough that they thaw out. This is just regular goat cheese. It doesn't even feel frozen by the time it makes it through the holes. And again, it keeps forever. So 3 quick freezer hacks for you to use. Thanks a lot. I will see you next week. This is Mike at 18 Reasons. Let's cook together.